Yeah.
So we're here with the legend, Cy Harvey. What brings you to the Atlantic Outdoor Sports and RV Show?
Kind of it's a habitual thing. I've been coming here for 10, 15 years, so I can't do without it.
So what are you buying? Are you buying a boat? Are you buying an RV? Are you buying a race car?
Well, just looking around, I'm kind of mesmerized by all the beautiful gear they got here. You know, it's great, these legend cars and pro stock cars. Look at this thing here. Look at Slongway's car. Isn't that a thing of beauty?
It's amazing.
Yeah.
How many cars do you got in the shop now?
4.
4. Is that
Four
legend
pro
cars?
stocks, 3 legend cars, and a motorcycle. And how many toys do you want?
Well, you got a full slate then. So,
he who dies with the most toys wins.
There you go. So how many times are we going to see you on the racetrack this year? We're going to see you back in the legend car or pro stock?
Well, like the pro stock a little bit. The legend cars kind of getting the competition with these young fellas coming on. It's getting so tough now that the legend cars are just kind of losing interest in it. Been at it for 10 or 15 years, and like, you know, got a lot of the young fellas coming on, and they're doing well, which is great. You know, they've been down south. They've really done well there, but no time for me, and not to mention that my wife gets embarrassed every time I get in the car because they're all like my grandchildren.
Oh, okay.
I'm racing with my grandchildren. She says, "When are you going to quit?"
So you got a bunch of legend cars, and we missed you down south, by the way. Everybody was asking about you down south.
Well, you know how it is. I've done that thing for 8 or 10 years there, back in the late 90s. Turn of the century, and you know, kind of inspired, like to think that I inspired a lot of these young fellas to do that, and like it's great.
Yep. Great
Great for racing, great for Canada, you know, to win another country and bring back like gold medals.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
they brought back a few.
It's just like the Olympics of the car racing industry.
So how's Lucy in the Sky doing?
Lucy in the Sky is training, doing well. My trainer Henry Smallwood's proud of her. And your share is being looked after. I should have brought some shares with me today, Tim.
Should have brought some shares. If there's anybody on the internet that wants to buy a share in Lucy in the Sky, they can by contacting you, eh?
Sure they can.
Yep.
Yeah. 4, 5, 6, 12, 10. If you want to share, we got a trotter that we've trained now racing in Woodbine in Toronto.
Oh, okay.
You know, she's doing well. Her name is Ocean View Deb. So if you're into harness racing or any kind of racing at all, get on Woodbine harness track and you'll see her race. She's a trotter.
Well, there you go. So we won't just see you at the stock car track, we'll see you at the harness racing track too, right?
Well, probably. You know, I tried to get a license to drive my horses. Now, get this. This is how far we're going back in harness racing. You know, I used to have a license to drive horses in Sackville Downs.
Yep.
But when they closed it up, I kind of, expanded my career in car racing.
Yep.
Put it on the shelf, and now, it's kind of the tired of the car racing, and I want to do some more horse racing, so I decided, I'd renew my license. Can't do it. I have to wait. I have to wait for become a trainer for 3 years. Well, I've always been a horse trainer, and now I have to wait for 3 years, then another year as a trainer before I can apply for a preliminary driver's license that I already have. So really, it's kind of a little pissy that by the time I get ready to drive my own horse in a horse racetrack, I'll be 72.
There you go. It's just as easy to go Linux racing.
Well, yeah, it is. But I understand they're changing the rules, Tim.
They got a new motor coming in. What do you think of that?
3-cylinder. That'll be kind of interesting. That might spark a few of us old fellas to get out of the barn.
Water cooled.
Yeah. They've been talking about that for years, but I kind of wonder what it's going to do to the guys that have these 1200s now. Is it mean that they are going to have to spend a bunch of money to revamp the car, you think, or what?
Well, they're working on a full package down there. They're busy down in Harrisburg.
Well, let's face it, they do like to make money.
We'll see you out there maybe with a brand new motor then.
Well, you never know. I'm kind of waiting for someone else to jump out of the box and see what's going on here, if they're competitive, and I don't have to spend a whole bunch of money. It's a special recipe that you got to have for Legend Car now. You know what the recipe is, don't you? You would know the recipe.
Well, I don't know about the full recipe, but we can talk to Corey Hall. He won that pro championship down there.
Well, yeah, that's right. He did, and did well. He's been doing well for quite a few years.
Yep.
But he's got his stuff together,
Yep.
And he's inspiring a lot of these young fellas coming through Bandoleros, too. We got some drivers.
Yep.
And now, if you don't start out, like I was never any good with video game, but these young fellas that start out now with the Bandolero cars first come through video games, and Christ, I think they start when they're 2 years old. So, I mean, I can't run one of those video cars at all. It's just a joke.
Well, we'll have to get a new training regimen for you. We'll let you go. I know you're busy over here. We wish you all the best.
All right.
We'll see you at the racetrack.
Yeah, see you at the track.